It's me. Leave a message at the beep.
Hey man, obviously it's me. I mean, you have caller Ed, and my superego says you know who this is, and you're not answering, so that's fine. Obviously it's stupid. You're obviously, it's not that late. It's like 2:28 a.m. on a Tuesday. You're awake, but whatever. Dodge my calls all you want. Listen, so, LSD, let's say, just hypothetically, someone were to ingest far too much of it. Like way too much of it. My Google foo is failing me. How long does it take for someone, to metabolize, let's say 8 hits of acid? And I know it goes by body weight. So Max is about 35 pounds, 38 pounds, and he is freaking the fuck out. He's talking to his turds. He just punched the refrigerator, and I'm pretty sure he's trying to marry one, if not both of the dogs. Dude, you have got to call me back, because, oh God, it's bad. It's just so bad. Okay, buddy, well, call me back.
Hey, that was top notch, but we can redo that completely. Why do you invite me? I'm such a loser.
I just like the challenge.
Of what?
Of working with the mentally ill.
Mentally abstract.
That's what they're calling it these days.
That's right.
I'm turning the fan on. Fuck this.
Yeah, we can run it through the sound processor, drop it in a compressor, and drop the fan right out.
Yeah, the fan actually you can't really hear with these mics.
Yeah, they got the big, condoms on them.
Welcome back, everybody, to the podcast, the Brian K. White 4K news review, all that good stuff podcast. Joining me in studio this week is Ty, the voice guy Anderson. Hello, Ty. How are you?
Hello. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside. Come inside.
I think the show does never end. It certainly feels like it when I'm editing or rendering or uploading. It just goes on and on, my friend.
Rendering to me is a different thing than what you're talking about.
Is it what you do to animals,
yes,
or when you tear
right
something asunder?
No, rendering is the animal part.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you a story if you want to hear it, but maybe later. Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it. Let's get on to the show. So with that said, you know what? This week's podcast is sponsored in part by not smoking. Not smoking. It's a great way to save a lot of money on your everyday life. Not smoking. It's what's for dinner. All right, let's get started.
Okay, that makes me want a cigarette.
It's reverse psychology marketing.
Is. Don't smoke. Smoke.
Well, it's like those, some of the commercials you see. It's like I swear to God, the anti-smoking commercials. They're like, dude, if you smoke, sure, you're going to seem really popular and girls are going to want to hang out with you. But in 50 years, you'll die. And kids are like, I like that.
I like that. Yeah, it's a good life expectancy on that.
And do you know who pays for all the anti-smoking ads?
That would be the cigarette companies.
Yeah, it's a part of a lawsuit. They have to pay for it.
Yep.
But they don't have to pay for ones that actually make you not smoke.
That's right. Oh, I've seen some of the new anti-smoking commercials, and one of them shows a kid with his girlfriend and a little guy pushing. Come on, we gotta go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go outside. And then he has to go outside, and they're right in the middle of the prom, and in the nice part with his girlfriend, maybe getting ready to kiss her, and go and have a cigarette. That's some really good stuff. Right
so
there.
What that commercial tells me is, smoke. It's fine to smoke. Just don't quit.
No,
You're
don't
gonna
quit.
get so grouchy.
Don't quit. Yeah, I think once you give up smoking, actually, cancer has a tendency to take over your body. It starts doing that process because the physiology of your body is changed from smoking cigarettes.
I believe there is no science to back up what you just said.
Probably not, but it's my theory, and I'm going to go with it. Thanks,
All right.
Brian. Thanks for backing me
All
on
right.
that.
I've got your back, just from a tremendous distance, from an unhelpful distance.
Hi, I'm up here. I've got the gun loaded. I've got your back. Thanks, Brian.
I'm gonna go take a break. All right, so we'll move on to the next segment.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't even tell me what you wanted to do, man.
Yeah. No. What? No, that was perfect. I loved it.
Oh, had to go start your
He made it back.
your camera.
He made
Can
it
I have a
back.
cigarette?
So this is fun. This is an actual video from, I want to say, 1962. Great. Come on, you fucker. It's called... Here we are. So this is called...
Here's Jimmy going into school. He's just passed his principal, but we find out it's actually the police station.
Yeah.
Here comes Detective Bivouac.
No, this is great. So we're going to watch this. This is an actual video put out by the City of Irvine Police Department and the Irvine Unified Police Department or school district. And this is fucking for real.
Let's watch, shall we?
So far, so good. Totally normal. Great parking spot, by the way.
I like the
Is that a meter
traffic
maid?
cop.
little-
Yeah, meter maid.
Yeah.
And the bus is
Is that
awesome.
a paddy wagon? Nice.
I'm Lieutenant Williams, a police officer attached to the Juvenile Division.
But I
I'm
sound
on my
like
way
Rod
to Monroe
Serling.
Junior High School to talk to a group of young people.
Hello, I'm Rod Serling.
That looks
Imagine if you
innocent
were
enough, doesn't it?
hitchhiking.
Lots
So-
of young people hitchhike. Seems like a good way to get from one
Hitchhiking?
place to another.
It's the
But
thing to
sometimes
do.
there are dangers involved
It's-
that never meet the eye.
So at this point in the video, I didn't know what it was
Let's
about.
take
I was
the
like,
case of Jimmy
I think I
Barnes.
know where this is going.
Do you?
Played
And I'm
baseball
frightened.
all afternoon.
It's-
Very
He didn't
frightening.
feel like walking home, so he decided to thumb a ride.
Oh, he about got hit.
it's a nice street, though.
Yeah.
Is that Jesse's house from Breaking Bad?
Yes, it is.
It looks like it.
It is. I remember that
He'd done it
neighborhood.
100
I've been there
times
before. Broke into
He
that
didn't
car one
think
time.
anything was unusual.
Back in 1950.
He'd done it
He
100
struck up a
times
friendly
before.
conversation.
How old
In
is
fact,
this
he
kid?
seemed like a real nice
How
guy.
old was he when he
asked
started
Jimmy if
shoplifting?
He played baseball in the park often.
Uh,
Jimmy told him they practiced
hitchhiking,
3
not
times a
shoplifting.
This
week
is
and
going
played a
to
rival
go
group on
horribly
Friday
wrong. I
afternoon.
can tell from
The stranger
poor
was a
Jimmy.
good
Well, poor
listener,
Jimmy's not wearing a
too. It had only
seatbelt.
seemed minutes before
Wasn't
they
legal
pulled
back
up
in
in
those
front
days.
of
Actually, he
the
might have had a
house.
lap belt. Because, yeah, in the 60s, you
He's gonna
definitely
he's
didn't
gonna
have
have
the shoulder
something else
harness.
across his lap in a bit.
When Jimmy got out, the stranger gave him a
I
friendly
just,
pat.
ooh. Okay. What I love is some actor accepted this role.
That's, you know who that is?
No.
Well, that's right. There's Jack Nicholson.
It looks like it.
Didn't you rewind it? God damn it. So I didn't grope the kid right off the bat.
He didn't, though. Now, it gets... So, I just also love that he's got the little rapist mustache, and it did look... So, that's apparently how you... Oh,
Following day, when
It's not a rapist mustache. That's Freddie Mercury's mustache.
he's in the passenger seat?
Yeah. Hey,
Slide
Jimmy.
over.
Jimmy, you want to drive my car?
Okay, now this is great. Look where he's parked.
Right in front of
Oh,
the park. The
never
best
mind.
place
That
to
was-
get boys.
It's a different part later on that there's...
Who? Right on. French dip pastrami. Use that however you want.
He's got roast beef.
Hey, man, they're hanging out in Inglewood.
Well, it made him feel big to
Isn't
so
Inglewood a
easily
pretty
win
much
the
predominantly
confidence
black
of an
neighborhood
older
now?
person.
So this, here, it gets exciting. Okay. Swans, yes. What should we do?
You ever been to a Turkish bath, Jimmy? No, but I've been to a Turkish prison.
By now, they
Look
were
what I've
using
got.
First names. Ralph said it was more friendly.
They're using first names. What were you calling Jimmy if not by his first name?
Jim?
James.
James?
Jimmy hadn't
What?
enjoyed himself so much in a long time.
Yeah, that guy hadn't enjoyed a young man either.
Wah,
Oh,
wah.
but look what
Then
I've got
during
here.
lunch, Ralph showed him some pornographic pictures.
Oh,
He knew
no.
He shouldn't be interested, but, well, he was curious. What Jimmy didn't know was that Ralph was sick. A sickness
Sick.
that was not visible like smallpox, but
Pedophilia?
no less dangerous
No?
and contagious. A sickness of the mind.
Like I said earlier,
You
I'm
see,
very
Ralph was a
frightened.
homosexual.
Oh my God! Really?
And he said it's contagious.
It's contagious.
I caught me a case of the
By now,
gay.
they showed a fondness for Ralph, and they continued to go places.
But he gave him a gun. You never give the
Oh,
victim
come
a
on.
gun.
Yeah, but you know what? Look,
Did many nice things for
he
him.
took him. He
Choke
took him
up on my
miniature golf.
putter, Jimmy.
You know,
Right
Jimmy,
in
you
the
know what
hole.
You know, Jimmy, what I do to
But
have a good
payments
golf
were
game?
expected in return.
I kiss my balls.
Jimmy hadn't
Hey, I bet you that really
recognized
makes your
Ralph's
putter
approach
stand
sooner.
up.
When Ralph
This-
first asked
is this
Jimmy to go
Dexter's
fishing
apartment?
alone, he should have
Possibly.
discussed it with his
Doesn't that
parents
look like
before he-
Dexter's apartment?
Possibly. I didn't know they ever filmed that in Inglewood.
Oh, no.
Finally, Jimmy
No.
told his parents.
So he told
They
his parents.
reported it to the juvenile authorities.
Ah,
Ralph was arrested.
Ralph was arrested.
Jimmy was released on probation in the custody of his parents.
He's on probation. Why the fuck is Jimmy on probation? What is it? What is the message here? So
So if you do something, if you're lured into possibly looking at pornographic pictures and going fishing with the man that you were hitchhiking, maybe it's because he was hitchhiking.
So it's great.
When
It's
the game
it's.
broke up,
I guess what we're saying, kids, is if a man rapes you, don't report it.
Now, did Jimmy actually ever get raped?
Oh, it was implied when he went up the stairs.
Oh,
They went back to his apartment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
the stranger joined him. He was friendly and
I like
well, it was better than
wearing a
playing alone.
tuxedo to play basketballs.
Well, you know, being in the
After a
film
few
industry
shots,
of some
Mike
sort,
realized he'd already
you just
taken
never know
the
what
time.
kind of dress you're going to need
Deputy
for the
better
project,
leave.
and sometimes
The stranger
nobody
told him he'd
actually
like
ever
to
gives
stay
you
longer, he'd be
the
glad to drive home when they
you
Sounded
know
great to Mike.
the
Chance
the
to
lookout
play
of
longer and
or
get a ride
the
home,
layout of
too.
what you're going to be wearing in that shoot.
Makes sense. You know what he reminds me of? Lurch.
Yeah. You rang.
Oh, God, he does.
I'm sorry, that would have been.
Okay, enough
When
shots
they
of
finished,
your
the stranger
nephew
told him he'd
sinking
make a
basket.
fine
Oh,
player someday if he got lots of
it's where
From
this.
the back, though, he looks like Jerry
Companionship,
Lewis.
the praise,
Hmm.
the
Now look where he
friendly
parked.
attitude dispelled
You
any
asshole, that's the
misgivings Mike might have had
sidewalk.
about going with a
Right off
stranger.
the bat, folks,
Probably
if
never
somebody
realized
parks on the
until
sidewalk
he
in the
was
park,
hiding in the shadow
they're a
of death.
pedophile.
They must.
Sometime
And
that evening,
even if that was the
Mike
driveway,
Ware
no one can get
traded
past
his
you. You
life
just
for a
blocked the whole
newspaper.
driveway, you ass.
Look at that. He was nice enough to hold the door open for the kid, too.
And where's all the extras? Was Inglewood just like a barren wasteland?
Denny and Jerry got the
Oh, there's
paper
one of the
ready for
extras, his
Jerry's
buddy.
afternoon delivery.
Oh,
They only casually noticed the two
I
boys
didn't.
that raced
I
by
talked
in the
over it
afternoon
just a minute
traffic.
ago. They said
And
that
they
the
didn't
boy
pay much
traded
attention to the car that drew up shortly after
that ride home
until the
for
man
his
pulled
life.
them over.
Really?
Yes, and now here's the same guy going, "Hey, I'm gonna
As
rape
two
and
boys
murder
went
some
by
more
and
children."
bicycled, The boys nodded they had. Could they recognize them if they saw them again? Well, then he guessed he could. And hop in, the man said. Those are stolen
That's a
bikes.
great lure.
Without giving
Did
him
you see
another
the guys
thought,
go
Denny
by?
got in and the
Would you
car
recognize
sped
them?
away.
Get
Jerry
in,
watched.
kid.
He'd been told many times, if a friend got in a car with a stranger to write down the license number. It didn't seem to apply, but, well, fortunately, he marked it down.
Good for you, Bobby.
Good, and he carries a pen. Chuck.
Look at the arm on that kid. I've never seen anybody throw a newspaper like that in my
When he
life.
delivered a paper
I'm
to
Zab
Denny's
Brannigan,
house, he asked
and
his
I kind of
mother
like
if they
children
brought
at
the
times,
boys that had
too.
stolen the bicycle.
So he gives her a
Denny
newspaper,
hadn't returned, so he
and he
told
goes,
her the
"Oh,
story
I
and
should
gave her the paper
show
with
you
the license number.
the phone number by giving you a second newspaper. Here, now you can have two. That'll be
Just
extra."
for taking the phone number one, here's a bonus one.
Decided to call the police.
This one's different. It's got
Supplied
different
the
coupons in
necessary
it.
information, and the stranger's car
Oh,
was quickly spotted.
They found him
Was
on
a
this
good
dead-end
example of
street
how
where
important
two
it is
officers
to
were
always
patrolling.
get the
And
license
pointing the
number
wrong way.
and
In
description of
what
any
appears to be an
stranger
orange
to take a young
grove.
person off alone,
No.
matter what
That's Upper Inglewood.
That's Inglewood adjacent.
That's Inglewood Prime right there.
Oh, okay. No questions. You're fucking going down. What?
What are you doing with that boy?
Restrooms can often be a hangout for the
You see
homeless.
where they are now?
Bobby and his friends had
Public
noticed the man
restrooms.
who had been in the restroom when they changed, and as it was late, he suggested they take the shortcut under the pier, but the others preferred to take the more traveled way home.
I think I'm going to rape that teenager.
I think I'm gonna go into the pier where that kid's going. I wonder if he's got any marijuana.
I'm going to get his mouth pregnant.
Man.
Is that what? Oh, it's a shame he didn't go in, because that is like the perfect spot to take a victim. You couldn't get out.
Seem like a good idea at all.
Guy was walking like he was Frankenstein.
That's what I was thinking too. He's like, just throw him in the
Boy,
water.
asshole!
Stay with your friends anyway. Bobby had made a wise decision.
So close.
Bobby lucked the fuck out. Good for you, Bobby. How come everybody in this show is named Bobby and Jimmy and Billy and
Except the child molester was Ralph.
So no matter where you meet a
Ralphie?
stranger, be
You can still
careful
put it
if they
that
are
way.
too friendly.
But then you go
They
Ralphie,
try to
and
win your confidence too quickly, and if they become overly personal.
you go to
One
Ralphie, and
never
then you go
knows
to
when a homosexual
A
is
Christmas
about.
Story.
He may appear normal,
What?
and it may be too late when
You never know
discover
when
he
the
is mentally
homosexual
ill.
is about.
So keep with your
It may be
group,
too late when you
and don't
discover he
go
is
off
mentally
alone with
ill.
strangers unless
Jesus
you have the
Christ.
permission of your parents.
You know who this was made by? The Nazis. I'm sorry, the American government. Was I wrong there?
Well, it
Local
was
government.
Yeah, local government. And I swear, whoever wrote this,
Sid Davis wrote it right there, a Sid Davis production.
I think if Sid Davis wrote it, I think he likes boys. Because the whole part where, and he was released to the custody of his parents on probation. What? Well, too bad about the herpes you now have on your anus for the rest of your life, but
What are you talking about herpes? That was the 50s.
it's the 60s, so
Was that the 60s?
Yeah, that was like
It was still in
62.
black and white.
I know.
When did color come into the 60s?
It was low budget, man. It's what you had to do. So people today are still making stuff in standard def. I had to tweak the hell out of that video to make it even watchable because
What, there's two different kinds of deaf?
there's Most Def and Def Leppard. So yeah, that was a great movie. So that's one of those ones I plan on recutting and adding a new voice track to.
That's fine. Def
Because
Jam.
I actually put that on my Def sandwiches.
Ooh.
On my blind
You
sandwiches.
don't want to eat Def peanut butter, though. Nasty.
no.
Nasty.
No.
Why I'm stuck in that damn voice, that Zap Brannigan thing, I have
gets-
no idea.
It just infects your brain. It's contagious.
Go on, Kip. Go
Like-
get me a Def Jam sandwich.
It's contagious, like homosexuality.
Well, yes, homosexual. No, sorry.
Kip 5 scored with a female. Inform the men. Yes, Captain.
Write it up in the sky, Kiff.
All right.
Oh, yes, Captain. Oh, Leela, come here, please.
All right.
So I did an audition actually not too long ago for Vincent Price.
Oh.
That's kind of hard. He worked out pretty good in the morning, but of course I got a notice saying no. We went with somebody else that was better. That's how they usually come. No, usually the announcements come back if they come back at all.
Right.
If there is a return,
Right.
is we went with somebody, but we appreciate you taking the time out of your day. And I'm thinking, well, that's pretty nice.
That's
I
so
would
great.
have liked to got paid for that job.
That's so great, you guys. I've had people before. I had these when I owned rentals. I had these guys who would work for me, and one guy I just really didn't want him working, but I needed the help at the time. And I said, okay, I need you to do this, this, and this. Here's the address. Go out and get me a bid. He comes back and says, yeah, it's going to be this much. And I'm like, fuck off. There's Jesus Christ, Grimsley. There's no way. It's just fuck off. He's like, okay, well, I need $30. I'm like, what do you need? Well, for the time it took me to quote the job. Oh, no. Okay, so now you want to never work for me ever again because fuck off. I don't pay you to... And $30 to quote a job that's a half mile from your house? Dude,
I would have done it for 22.
what a fucking tool.
I would have done that for if you mowed my lawn.
You know, I don't know if you know this, but we actually had Christopher Walken in studio a while back.
Was he here?
Yeah, maybe I'll throw a link up or something.
That'd be cool.
It was fantastic.
Awesome.
Is I think the word he used.
Technology.
You got some oils there in front of you.
So as I said, this week's podcast is brought to you in part by not smoking. Not smoking. What a great way to save so much money. So the problem with quitting smoking is it sucks. There's two real components to it. One is the nicotine, of course, and the other is just the act of doing something. You know, the physical ritual of actually smoking. So that's why it was recommended to me by another podcast guest, Jason V. Jones. Start vaping, man. Vape instead. Because what he's done is he started at 6 milligrams, which is middle of the road. He's already down to 3, and I know other people who are already down to 0. As in, it's just water vapor with flavor.
Yeah.
And so he helped me. You know, it's like your first time getting sushi, you got to have a tour guide. So he helped me pick this out. It's I don't know, PII or P2 or whatever that is.
Base for a lightsaber is what
Yeah.
it is.
Well, and it's got 2 big ass lithium ion batteries in it. So this lasts ages, and I've got 2 spare ones. The lithium ions the batteries are kind of expensive. They're like $10 each, and there's 2 in here. So this whole thing was like $225.
Yeah.
Which is, and that includes the charger and the spare batteries. But I figure if you go half-ass, you won't know if it's going to work. And if it does work, then you got to upgrade and you're spending even more money. So what I did, so now then the question is, well, how much does it cost compared to smoking? So what I did is I bought a couple to get me started.
Yeah.
And then I bought, I wanted to find a reliable seller online, and you search and the sites are hard to navigate. You don't know anyone's reputation. So I bought one through eBay.
Yeah.
Because I knew if I had a problem, they'd make it right, and the guy's more worried about his feedback than anything else. Ordered it. It was like $12. Now at the shops, it's $22 to $23 to $29.
Yeah. Have you been down to the place down on Main Street?
Yes, that's where I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
iVape. Yeah.
Yeah, next to the dog store.
They're very friendly and, helpful. So something like this will cost you $22 to $29 at a vape shop. So I bought one for $12, and I was like, well, if it sucks, it was $12, and it didn't. So I went back to the company and I bought a 5-pack, and I didn't know what any of the flavors were, so I just kind of ballparked it, and I got 5 flavors here. And the site I went to is thirstycoils.com, and I couldn't find what I was looking for. I emailed the guy. He emailed me right back. Boom. He goes, get me the order in the next, I think, 2 or 3 hours. It'll go out today. And he just sends it USPS, but you get it in like 2-3 days, depending where you live. So I did something like cinnamon cookie custard pebbles. This one is my absolute favorite because it tastes like cereal, like fruity pebbles. It's so cool. And then tasty rainbow. I don't exactly know what that is. Mango peach, and then frozen mango. So it's got a hint of mint. And I don't know. It's so cool. And I recommend Thirsty Coils. They're not a sponsor of this show. And if you tell them that I sent you, they'll say, who?
Who? That's it.
They'll say, that's great. Is your order complete? Because I don't know what you're talking about, but great. Thank you. So yeah.
Here's a little thing about me is I had asthma when I was younger, and I can't put liquid
really
in my lungs. I just cannot handle it.
That's weird, because for me, I also have asthma, but this has actually helped me. And what's nice is I can walk up a flight of stairs without getting winded now.
Really?
Yeah. So overall, I'm quite happy. I don't wheeze as much. Son of a bitch.
That looked like a lizard just crawling across the table. So anyway, let's get back to this.
Yeah. So it's just great, and this is more powerful than you'd need, and it goes up to like 2.
Maybe what it is for me is I do like to take a big inhale like a cigarette for some reason.
Oh, so that's the other thing is the problem I've had with vaping before is that it's just not satisfying. It doesn't fulfill you. So at 6 milligrams, you're going to get a little burn in your throat. It's going to feel like smoking. Now it's not the same thing. But the beauty is, it's only been 3 weeks. And so, even though I've bought not 5 of these, I went back, because I was so happy, I went back and bought another 5. So I've actually got just a ton. I've got a supply that I think will last me into the first week of November. And if you don't count the cost of this, I'm already ahead of the game on money.
I know.
Yeah, I'm saving something like $2 a day on average, not counting all the savings.
Wow.
And I only have to go another, I think, 3 or 4 weeks before this is paid for. And from there out, it's just nothing but savings. So that's why I say the podcast is sponsored in part by Not Smoking. So, yeah, That's exciting.
And
So-
I'm just probably going to continue to smoke because I enjoy that nice tobacco and nicotine flavor that goes right into my lungs and my throat. It makes my throat sound like this.
I know many smokers who haven't died.
Well, I do too, and the problem is I would like to cut down, but there's some days where I'll I mean, for the most part, I have never smoked more than a pack, 20 cigarettes in a 24-hour period. I have never been a 2-pack person. I'm not a 2-pack person. I like Tupac, but I'm not a 2-pack person.
Oh, I thought that's how it was pronounced. 2-pack shaker.
California, wow, wow. So anyway,
was an
so
inside job.
for me, I'm just not a fan of vaping. It's just not my thing. I enjoy smoking, but at the same time, I don't.
Right.
I really don't. And I wish I could because I would love to have more of a lung capacity. I would like to be able to breathe better.
Especially for voice work, I would think you would really want to do that.
Yeah, I make sure that I do gargle a lot with warm salt water. I drink a lot of water as often as possible. I mean, my voice has been what it is for a long time. As I get older, it is getting a bit more gruff. And
It does.
I'm hoping with that, with getting older, with my voice changing, that I will find my niche, in voice acting and find that,
Sure.
Because this to me, I can do all day long and it doesn't hurt my throat. Right, it's one of those things. People
So just
can't do
people.
that.
So just people's ears.
Just people's ears. I've had it out enough of you, you fuck.
Oh my gosh, you guys, that sound means we're at the end of the podcast, as we often are each week at the end of the podcast. I want to give a big, huge Glossy News 4K podcast shout out to my good friend Ty Anderson for coming in studio and just making it awesome. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. The podcasts are a lot more fun when you're around. You can check out Ty online, Ty the Voice Guy. You can check him out at tythevoiceguy.webs.com. Links up on the screen, I'm sure, in the description, all that good stuff. Thank you so much. Want to say thanks to Greg the Hero for all the backing music. God, doesn't he do a great job? And Kevin McLeod of Incompetech.com for the intro and outro music. You know what you can do? You can follow me around the web. Twitter, Facebook, whatever, all the good stuff. My sites. Just go to glossynews.com/podcast. You'll find it all there. And you know what? This is kind of fun. On the Thirsty Coils thing, which I talked about, I actually found a coupon code. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to give this to you or not, but I'm going to. You can get 20% off by using the coupon code EJUICE-NOW. All lowercase, EJUICE-NOW. 20% off. And at least last time I checked, everything was free shipping. So, I mean, my God. You're going to end up like you could get a 5-pack of these 1-ounce bottles for $40 with shipping. That's $8 a bottle. You cannot lose. It is crazy. And you know what? In the description, when you place your order, hell, tell them where you heard about them. It'd be interesting to get an email in a month saying, who, what, how, what, why. I just think they're great. So, closing thought, and you know I've got a closing thought because I always have closing thoughts. Closing thought. A bachelor party seems more like the thing you should do when you get divorced instead of when you get married. I mean, at least then you can have fun with strippers without feeling guilty. Your buddies can genuinely savor the fun that you had, or are going to have, or embrace it, enjoy it. It's just a good idea. So I will see you guys next week, Sunday for the regulars, Monday for the rest, and you know what? As always, just be good to each other, would you? Could you do that for me? I'd appreciate it so much. And we'll get back into the more usual stuff coming up. We've got some React videos, some hot streams. We've got one more week of stuff already recorded that I'm going to start working on putting together right now. And just tons of stuff I'm working on behind that. So guys, thanks for listening, I guess. All right. Talk to you clowns soon.